Thank you, Prof. My duty today, Church, is to read a condolence message from His Excellency the President. But before I do that, let me once more pass my very, very sincere condolences to the Magoha family. I've known this family for close to 30 years because I happen to have gone to high school, my A-levels at St. Mary's Yala. And that is in close proximity to that of the Magoha family. So I've known the family for quite a while. Many adjectives have been used to describe Professor, but I just want to espouse a few outstanding issues about him. He believed in discipline. He was also very, very strict. He had no time for mediocrity. I vividly remember sometime way back in the year 2003 when I was doing my postgraduate studies at the University of Nairobi, and he was then the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of administration. Then I met him at the car park next to the fountain. He was seated on a piece of stone. So I asked him, "Professor, what are you doing here?" Then he told me, this car park, we are doing it. We have engaged the services of a contractor to lay cable. But one thing I've learned in the public sector is that you don't delegate and assume that it will be done. So instead of getting feedback from my subordinates, I've decided to supervise this contractor every day until he finishes the work. That was Professor Magoha for you. He believed in results, and he carried that to other facets of his life. He touched many facets of the Kenyan fraternity, the academia, the health sector, and of course, I empathize with the many children in this country whom Professor touched their lives during his stint as the CS for education. Allow me now, ladies and gentlemen, to read the speech, the condolence message from His Excellency the President. Condolence message from His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, to the family and friends of the late Professor George Magoha. We mourn the passing of a good man, a loyal servant of the Republic of Kenya, a highly accomplished scholar and a great teacher who gave sound leadership everywhere he worked. Professor George Magoha, with whom I had opportunity to work with, was a distinguished public servant, illustrious administrator, and one of Kenya's exceptional surgeons. He had extensive knowledge and expertise in the health sector and brilliantly deployed them in bettering the lives of other people. Professor Magoha was uncompromising, an academic giant of immense influence, an author, an astute thinker, and a mentor to many. Undoubtedly, our country has lost a hero and a gentleman. Yet despite these enormous accomplishments, Professor Magoha lived a humble life, and this should be a lesson to all of us. His service to the nation will forever guide, shape, and influence many generations. We thank the Almighty God for the magnificent legacy of an exemplary professional and celebrate his tremendous achievements in medicine, in the academia, and in government. Our love, thoughts, and prayers to the family, the academia, the health fraternity, and friends. May the Almighty Lord rest Professor George Magoha's soul in eternal peace. William Samoei Ruto, PhD, CGH, dated this day in Nairobi. Thank you.